Welcome back. Police are searching for 3 males that are allegedly responsible for a violent armed robbery that took place on Monday around 8 p.m. while in the area of a park on Blue Hill Road and Coconut Grove Avenue. The victim was approached and robbed of an undisclosed amount of cash by 3 unknown males who were armed with knives. It is reported that during the incident, the victim was stabbed to the back. He was transported to the hospital via ambulance for medical treatment, where his condition was unknown at the time of this police report. In the northern Bahamas, on the island of Abaco, police are investigating an alleged drowning of an American male that occurred earlier today. Police were notified after 1 a.m. that the 68-year-old resident from Mississippi accidentally fell from a vessel near Tilloo Key, which is just south of Elbow Key. Police and a search and rescue team arrived on the scene, where they observed the victim and spoke with a relative who was aboard that vessel as well. Police say 2 passengers used the vessel's dinghy in an attempt to rescue the victim, who was unresponsive once retrieved from the water. Investigations continue into that matter as well. According to the deputy leader of the Free National Movement, Shannon Cartwright, the government is wrong for moving funds earmarked for the National Commission on Disabilities to spend it elsewhere. The mid-year budget review revealed that the government moved $25,000 from the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities to pay for a memorial for the late former Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, O.B. Wilshcombe. That memorial held at Bahama in December. On Monday, Mr. Cartwright accused the government of making a poor decision in this regard.
The government's decision to move funds earmarked for the National Commission on Disabilities is cold, heartless, shameful, and reflective of a government that continues to show the Bahamian people that they could care less about the most vulnerable in our society. Our disabled in our country are already disadvantaged due to lack of resources and infrastructural inefficiencies. Yet the government has insulted the disability community by this egregious act. Couldn't these funds for the disabled be allocated from the hundreds of millions of dollars allocated on consultants by this government? Couldn't these funds for the disabled be reallocated from the government's travel expenses that continues to balloon? There is no justification or acceptable reason for such a reallocation of funds designated for the disabled in our country.
In response, Latrey Ramming, Director of Communications in the Office of the Prime Minister, said the government's decision to reallocate the $25,000 did not hurt the work of the Commission, as the funds used in the unbudgeted expense were taken from savings in the ministry. Meanwhile, debate on the mid-year budget begins March 6 in the House of Assembly, when the opposition is expected to continue to scold the government on this matter. And finally, during a meeting on Monday where the Prodigal Sons Category A Junkanoo Group reimbursed the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture some $30,000 after they failed to participate in the 2023 Boxing Day and the 2024 New Year's Day parades, Minister responsible Mario Boleg informed that another 5 Junkanoo groups could also be required to refund the government's seed money for failing to participate in the parades. The 5 Category B groups include the Z Bandits, Dynasty, the Mighty Eagles, Chipping Knights, and Ultimate Force, each receiving $15,000 but were absent from the parade. They must explain their absence or repay the government, according to Minister Boleg. That'll do it for your JCN Evening News. Once again, I'm Jcn Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.